So I have the pleasure to close the session. What I'm going to speak about, yes, it's challenges for innovations in medical field. So I decided to call it the same thing, but the journey from the daily practice to the PeriKit, and if you want better, the PeriKit from a clinician for a clinician. Because this is what I did. It was an unmet need that we didn't have something to do what I wanted to do. So I thought that the best thing is to do it by myself. We're speaking about measuring circumferences about the limbs. I'm not going to speak about the PeriKit only as a PeriKit, but how is it possible that a clinician goes from treating patients to go and developing in new things. So if you do not measure, you cannot prove. And if you cannot prove, you cannot improve. And this is something that is very important in all the medical fields. So if you do not know that you are doing an improvement, so you cannot continue because you need something to prove that what you are doing is good. So taking measurements, circumferential measurements, nowadays, I had, and all of us, we have a choice between two big ways. The first one is with tape lines. So they are affordable, they are practical, but inaccurate. So that was a big problem for accuracy. Or you have other materials like water displacement or scanners that are accurate, but very expensive and bulky materials. So when I was doing my PhD, I remember that we were not able to buy this one, but this one, if you change the person that is taking the measurement, it was completely out of order. So we decided to doing something that is affordable and practical from one side and accurate from the other side. For example, this is the tape line. The positive things are the weight and the volume. Accuracy is not reference point where we want to take the measurements is not accurate at all. We need to draw on the skin and the reproducibility is not here. But we can transport it and the maintenance and the price are really very affordable. The other material was, for the tape line, these are the bad things. So the reference mark is on the skin, drawing on the fragile skin, the time that we need to take, the pressure that we apply on the skin to take the measurements. If you take 5, 10 persons, nobody is going to put the same pressure. Each person is going to put more or less, so it's not accurate at all and not reproducible at all. Okay, despite these major inconveniences, the tape line remains the mainly used by the therapist. Why? Because it is affordable and it's practical. We can put it in our pocket and that's it. Another one was the bar tape line. It was developed by Jobst, 57. So the weight is good, but again, the accuracy and reference point were not good. I'm not going to take a lot of time. The water displacement, the weight and volume are very bad, but the accuracy is good. The reference point, we need to be very careful about that. We don't draw on the skin, and the reproducibility is good. But we cannot transport it. With the maintenance, we need each time that we take the measurements, we need to throw the water, clean the water, the recipient, and put the water again and heat the water so we can have the same temperature each time. And the scanner, so weight and volume is bulky, but accuracy, reference point, drawing and reproducibility was good, but transportability and maintenance was bad. So is there a better solution? So before PeriKit, we need to know that if we want a better solution, we need to be accurate, affordable, practical at the same time. And these things are very important to have. Otherwise, we cannot really think about something that is better solution. So, is there a better solution? Unfortunately, no. There is no better solution before PeriKit. Why? Because it is an unmet need. But the need is the mother of inventions. I needed this material, so we worked on that. So the PeriKit adventure began to have something that is affordable, accurate, and practical. So I just want to show you some prototyping. When I began with the idea, when I was doing my PhD, it was something like that. So tape lines going all the way, but each thing has a specific role. So I arrived with only these small tape lines together with some connections to arrive to a result that was really reproducible, repeatable, but as you see, so I wanted something that is more, that we can use it. And this is the prototyping number 4. So you see that from tape lines that are on the market, I succeeded to do something more on them, so the results were better, and it was now put it on the market. This is the prototype number 11, and this one was used at one of our greater hospitals in Belgium with breast cancer problems and all these things. And with this one, we validated that this PeriKit was capable to be reproducible, accurate, affordable, and all the things. At that time, if you see, we began with some of my friends, and I'm very proud of them, beginning doing some 3D printings just to enhance a bit and protect, especially that if you see here, there are a lot of small parts in it. So if you put them without this protection, it breaks. So with them, we used to really do all these things. And I would like to show you this picture, 2 a.m. Okay, and if you see, trying to survive, David was eating, Max was thinking, I don't know about what, and Quentin was at the end of the candle. So as you see him, he is completely off. Huh? So battery, very, very low, 0%. Okay, but thanks to these guys, we really did a nice job. And now we arrived to do something that is more professional. And this is the first molded PeriKit print injected. With this one, we won 2 prizes, the best poster prize in the European Congress of Lymphology, and the first prize in the International Lymph Framework, 2 years, one after the other one. So yes, now if you ask the question, is there a better solution? I can tell you yes. And what is this solution? It is the PeriKit. So the PeriKit, it's the new tape line concept. Okay, so it will always stay with tape lines, but these tape lines are, for the first time ever, accurate, reproducible, and are doing the job. So this is why I permit to myself to call it the low-tech solution with high-tech results. Okay, from nothing, we succeeded, and I would like to tell you that we have more than 27 patents on our device, so we are really very proud of it. So this is one of the first PeriKits, but I just put a video of the last one at the speed, because when you want to take measurements, what people doesn't know, that we need with the tape line, normal tape line, between 8 to 12 minutes to take the measurements. And you have to know that during a session that is about 25 to 35 minutes, 10 minutes is more than 30% of the session. So more than that, it was not accurate. But thanks to the PeriKit, we won in accuracy and reproducibility. And this is the time that we need to take the measurements nowadays. Thank you, Max, for your hand. I didn't see him today. So this one is the Peri base. So it's going to be stuck anywhere distally when we want to take the measurements on the upper limb. And from this one, you're going to see that there is a tape that is going to come fixed with this small bracelet, and we're going to go to search. Look, I'm not going to move. This is the reference point. This is the first time that we take a reference point stuck in the bone. I don't know why nobody thought about that before us. I would like to thank them, because this is one of the part of the patent. So once it is fixed, you see, if I push, nothing is going to move. And this one, the Peri base, is fully of holes, and the Peri tape is going to come, take the circumference perpendicular to the limb, and I will just push on the button and take it, then go down. Now I'm going to turn it in the other side. I'm going to just try to see if I can accelerate it. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Really sorry. I thought that I was able to accelerate because it's 1 minute something. Okay, again. So the aim of this peribase is we do not need to put dots on the skin because we are always stigmatizing patients, and we need to scrap the skin after that. Thanks to this tape line, we have, and you see there are holes in it. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to win a small minute. Please, can I have just the access to... Okay, each time that you put the distances are given by the RESIV and INAMI, so you need to take the measurements each 4 centimeters. If you see the holes here, okay, all the holes that you see with the peri tape has a small dot that can go into the holes. I will turn it here from the purpose that you can see. So here you have the measurements. Voila, it needs to be perpendicular. You see the holes here. So each time that you put it, so now I'm going to take it another time to show you where is the small dot that is going. Voila, here. Here you see the small dot that needs to get into the hole, and then I push on the button. I read the measurement, and that's it. Okay, so we can take all the measurements on the upper limb in less than 2 minutes. So this was 1 minute something, and no stigmas, nothing at all. That's it. Okay, so mission accomplished. And thanks to the peribase, so we can come back exactly at the same time, because the shape of the limb, you know that it's like a cone. So if you change the place where you are taking the measurements, even half a centimeter, you can have a difference more than 1 or 2 centimeters in the circumference. So with that, now we are with the PeriKit app. We can take the measurements everywhere and compare the measurements before and after at any dot. Here, for example, you can see that the measurement was taken at 20 centimeters, okay, 200 millimeters, the time, the date, and how was the circumference. And so we can compare it. And here we can see that this is a difference of 8 days, and we lost something like 4 centimeters. This is the digital part of it, next version. So the PeriKit advantages, that solves the maximum of the disadvantages of all what we saw. For example, the weight, it's a small box, volume 2. Accuracy, finally we have it. Reference point is completely unmovable. Drawing on the fragile skin, we don't need it anymore, don't do it. Perpendicular to the axis, we can see it because we have the peribase put, and with the PeriKit, we can show it, we can see that it's perpendicular or not. Reproducibility and adaptable to any length and to any shape. It's transportable. It's, as you saw, it's a small box. The price is not expensive. It's about something like 100 or 150, not 15,000 euros like the scan, and not 7,000 euros like the water displacement. So if we want to compare it for the others, with the others, so weight, as you saw, it's small, volume 2. Accuracy, we succeeded to do it. Reference point does not move at all. We don't draw anymore on the skin, so the skin stays clean. Reproducible, transportable, the maintenance is very easy, and the price is not expensive. So we succeeded to have it, and it's a patented device. We won these 2 prizes on 2 international congresses. Finally, now we can compare the measurements worldwide, because if you use the PeriKit technique, you always have the same results. And PeriKit succeeded to standardize the measurements. So finally, we have a standardizing way to do it. And it facilitates the self-assessment for the patients too. Supports patients' adherence to the treatment, because once the patients see, because you know, when the difference is between 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter gaining, with the other materials, we cannot see it. So we cannot say to the patient that, yes, you are continuing decreasing in the volume of edema, or you continue increasing in the volume of the muscle. So thanks to the PeriKit, it's so accurate that we can do it. And it's approved by medical international experts. It's a small plus, very interesting. As a conclusion, I can say it's no longer a privilege to those who have money to take accurate measurements, because thanks to the PeriKit, everybody now can take it. And we do not need to have a big budget for that. Voilà, thank you all for your attention here and elsewhere. Thank you very much.